STINKOR, evil master of odours. STINKOR comes in the standard white mailer box that we've become oh so familiar with. And here is STINKOR. For the uninitiated, essentially STINKOR is a humanoid skunk whose superpower is the ability to release a toxic odour from his body that renders his foes immobile. STINKOR was first introduced in the He-Man action figure line way back in 1985, and to recreate his superpower, the figure was chemically treated to smell musky. Here with the classics version of the figure, Mattel trumpet the same feature on the packaging, apparently having rediscovered the original formula for the vintage stink. So there we go, we get the burst saying, "Product has real smell. ... It's fun! Exclamation. I'm going to open STINKOR up and I shall be the judge on how fun it is. Thank you very much, Matty Collector. Before I do open him up, let's just take a quick look at the card back. Some familiar faces there from the Masters of the Universe Classics line. Bit surprised to see no Mossman on there, as he is the heroic counterpart to STINKOR. Let's just move down to STINKOR's bio, which I won't read aloud as they tend to make me cringe a bit, but if reading these bios floats your boat, pause now and do so at your own leisure. Here is STINKOR out of packaging, and to be honest, I've not been that excited about the release of STINKOR. It's one of the few figures I never had as a kid, so holds no nostalgic value for me. And even as a 9-year-old back in 1985, I could tell the STINKOR action figure was created by reusing the mould of Merman, his chest armour was recycled from that of Mechanic, and his shield recycled from the set of weapons that came with Castle Grayskull. And as such, as a cynical little boy, I just thought it was pretty bogus. It wasn't until nearly 2 decades later and the 2002 He-Man cartoon that my interest in the character grew, when finally he makes an animated appearance and the origin of the character and how he acquired his power is explained. As for why he never appeared in the original cartoon, well, it's the fault of his odorous power that left STINKOR out, with rumour being that the story editors of the original cartoon, when reading STINKOR's description, burst out laughing at the idea of a character who was essentially a walking fart joke, and they vowed never to use him. Excuse me. Although the original figure was simply a repainted Merman, here in the Masters of the Universe Classics line, he is largely Beastman body, providing a more appropriate hairy texture for the skunk man. But as not to disappoint the vintage purists, he does come with a repainted Merman head, but I myself will be displaying the alternate head that the Four Horsemen have sculpted to be more sympathetic to the character's appearance in the 2002 cartoon. And beyond that preference, the texture of the fur on that head is a much better match for the texture on the body. STINKOR comes complete with an attachable set of gas cylinders. These fit into a hole in STINKOR's back. There is also a face mask which fits snugly over STINKOR's face. Then this part here, the red circle, can be removed. This part to slot in. Not sure of the functionality of that part within this breathing apparatus, but needless to say, poor smelly STINKOR isn't immune to his own power. So all of this breathing apparatus is essential for him not to succumb to his own foul stench. Beyond his breathing apparatus, other accessories include his shield, plus he also comes with a gun. I have heard criticism as to why he comes with a gun. Obviously his odour really is his weapon. But if Matty want to include extra parts, who are we to turn them down? I am down here at action figure review level, aka the floor, to put Matty Collector's fun to the test by giving STINKOR here a big old sniff. I'm going in. I can confirm STINKOR does smell. Is sniffing him ... fun? Exclamation. Not really. I guess it's a cute gimmick to have, and perhaps it's more fun if you don't shower, have bad BO, and like your action figures to have a scent to match your own. And let's just quickly go over the articulation on the figure. The head is on a ball joint. It does move around, and there is a tiny bit of up and down motion on the ball. The shoulders move up and down and rotate 360 degrees, has a single jointed elbow, and his hands rotate at the wrist. There is a chest joint hidden underneath his body armour, rotates 360 degrees at the waist, has a ball jointed hip, so he rotates 360 degrees at the upper thigh, has a single jointed knee, his ankle moves back and forwards, plus there is a pivot to the ankle. In conclusion, I have to say, all things considered, I am more impressed by Matty Collector's STINKOR than I thought I would be. And I have to say, Mattel put more effort into this version than they did way back in 1985. Anyway, please comment, rate and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.